Have you ever felt like you're not getting what you deserve as an athlete? Have you ever felt like you're not getting the playing time that you deserve? Or maybe you feel like you should be a starter when now you're actually second string, or you feel like you should be a second string athlete when you're actually a third string athlete. How do we handle the adversity that comes as athletes when we feel like coach just doesn't like us, or when we feel like we can't catch a break? In this video, I'm here to talk with you guys and just get a little bit real about my own personal experiences and how this hopefully can help you as an athlete push through the adversity that you might be dealing with. So first off, if you are a youth athlete, meaning you are not in high school yet, or you're a high school athlete, the biggest thing I can tell you is get used to adversity. Now, I don't mean this in like a mom or dad kind of way. I mean this in when you get to the next level, if you have goals and you have dreams to play sports at the collegiate level, right? Whether that's Division 1, 2, 3, or even at the professional level. If you have dreams to play at that next level, you have to understand that adversity is going to come in some way, shape, or form. When you get to college, everybody's good. So if your adversity, if what you're dealing with is handling or how to handle competition, right? This is amazing. You need to use this as a tool. This is a huge opportunity and a huge moment for you as an athlete to grow, because a lot of people don't make it at the next level, meaning college, because they've never had to deal with competition, or they've never had to deal with adversity of having to grind and having to go to battle and go to war against another athlete that is just as good as them, if not better. So I'm here to tell you that that adversity, that competition, that level of intenseness that you're feeling, where you're not just being handed a position, you're not just being handed a starting position, that is going to make you better down the road, because when you get to the next level, I promise you, nothing's going to be handed to you, and you're going to have to work for everything you get and every minute of playing time that you get. All right, so I've got 4 major points that I want to go over and talk to you about how to handle this adversity when you feel like things are unfair. But before I get into that, make sure when you say, coach doesn't like me, you're not referring to the fact that coach rides you. That you're not referring to the fact that coach is always coaching you up and always getting on you and always expecting more out of you and always pushing you harder than everybody else. Because that actually means that coach likes you more. That actually means that coach sees potential in you and that he wants to bring out the most in you. Okay, so if a coach doesn't actually like you, they're no longer going to talk to you. They're no longer going to coach you up. They're no longer going to push you past what you're comfortable with. Because when a coach sees potential, he rides you and he pushes you to try to get the most out of you, to try to make you the best athlete that you can be. So I just want to establish that point right here, right there, and right now. Point number 1, you have to stand out. When you feel like you're not getting what you deserve, when you feel like you should be getting more reps or more time or that starting position, but you're not, your job now is to stand out as much as possible and in any way possible. Whether that means showing up to practice first, leaving practice last, getting extra reps in, hustling around, making sure that you're prepared, whatever the reasoning is, or however you have to do it. Your goal is this right here. Your goal is to have coach say your name 2 to 3 times every single day. Okay? Whether that's, hey, I like that I always see you first, Thomas. Oh, hey, I appreciate your hustle today, Chris. Hey, Jessica, you are killing it today. I love seeing your work ethic. I don't care how you do it. Your goal is to get coach to say your name 2 to 3 times a day, because when an opportunity does arise, when coach is looking for someone that he needs to put in, when someone gets injured, when an opportunity comes, coach is going to pick the person that's in his head. And by you constantly having coach say your name over and over again, even if it's for the little things, your name is going to be the first one in coach's head. Number 2, focus on what you can control. You can't control where you are in the depth chart, all right? You might think you can control it, but you can't. It's the coach's decision, okay? But what you can control is your effort and your attitude, okay? A lot of kids will bring effort until they're not getting what they like, or they're not getting what they think they deserve. A lot of kids show up happy and with a great attitude and a team spirit and ready to lead until they feel like they get cheated out of time. They get cheated out of that position, okay? Your job is to always bring 100% effort every single day. Your job is to bring the best attitude possible every single day, okay? Because that's really what shows great leaders. That's really what's going to help you push through that adversity, because a lot of kids and a lot of athletes will quit when things don't go their way. They will leave schools when things don't go their way. opportunities will arise and doors will begin to open for those who always give 110% effort and always have a good, positive attitude no matter the circumstances. Because you can't control what you can't control. So stop stressing about it, stay positive, and focus on what you can control. Number 3, be prepared. Be prepared for your opportunity, okay? Because at some point, you are gonna get an opportunity, whether that's in practice, whether that's in a game. Okay, the worst thing and the most frustrating thing as a coach is that kid that's always complaining that he or she isn't getting enough playing time, he or she's not in the right position, and then you give them that chance and they completely just fumble it. They completely mess up. They don't know what they should be doing. Oh, coach, but I haven't been getting first string reps. So you mean you weren't paying attention on the sideline? Right? That's what a coach is going to think. So you as an athlete need to be mentally prepared. You need to know what the scheme is for the week. You need to know what your position is supposed to do. Okay? There's no excuses for not being prepared. That is something that you can control as an athlete, and that is something that you have to be is prepared. Okay? So my own personal experience here. My second game of college football, I was actually second or third string. This was the first time in my life that I had not started in an actual game as an athlete. Okay, it was the second game of my freshman college season, and the starter dropped a pass, missed a block, ran a wrong route. Coach wasn't putting me in because he thought I was better. He put me in to punish the first string receiver. He said, DT, get in there. I remember walking into the huddle and the quarterback and all the linemen were like, yo, you're good, D. You're good. All good. Just focus on what you do. And I'm like, guys, I got this. I'm prepared. I'm ready. But I had never played in a college game yet, so they were freaking out thinking I was going to be freaking out. But I was cool, calm, and collected. Okay? First series, I catch a ball over the middle, break a tackle, score a touchdown. My first ever catch. Okay? And everyone's going crazy like, oh, let's go. And I'm like, I was prepared. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I was ready. I knew I was ready. They just didn't know I was ready. But by me being prepared for that opportunity, now I began to split reps. And I actually started over half the season and split time with the first string guys. So I went from being third string and getting no reps up to second string, up to playing and scoring touchdowns, all because when I got my opportunity, I was prepared. And not only prepared, I was able to maximize my opportunity. And number 4, okay, this is possibly the biggest one. As athletes, we have to compete, okay? In high school, it might not seem like you should have to compete. You think you just deserve it. But at the next level, like I've been talking about, in college, you're going to have to compete for every minute that you get. So this is a great training tool, okay? When I was in college, the first 3 weeks, I didn't step on the field at practice. Yeah, you heard that right. I literally didn't get one snap with an offense playing in a practice for 3 weeks. I was sitting there because if you weren't in the first string or second string, you weren't getting any reps. I was literally sitting there and I'm like, what am I doing with my life? Like contemplating, having so much mental battles and struggles and dealing with so much adversity of like, I'm putting in all this time and effort to train and be a part of this team and I'm not even getting playing time. And I had to make a decision at that point. Are you going to compete and work your butt off to get what you think you deserve and what you believe you deserve, or are you going to shut down? And are you going to quit? And are you going to give up? Okay. So I looked at that second string receiver and I chomped at his heels. All day, every day. I worked my butt off. I went all out in every rep that I had, whether it was the most basic blocking, whether it was catching passes. I did everything I could, and then I still stood there for 3 weeks, waiting for my opportunity. And when that second string guy messed up for the first time, and they threw DT in there, I went in there and I gave them no reason to ever take me out. Right? No errors. Went out there, knew what I was supposed to do, executed, caught every pass, made every block, gave everything I could, every single play. It doesn't mean I was perfect, but my point is I went out there prepared and gave my all every single play. And now that put pressure on the second string guy. Now we were in a competition. And guess what? When I got that second string spot officially and sealed my role there, that second string guy that I was battling with ended up quitting because he didn't have what it took to compete. And you're going to see that time and time again at the high school level, at the youth level, and at the college level. People don't know how to compete. Everybody just wants it given to them. And so when you show up with an attitude that says, no, I'm here, I'm ready to compete, I'm ready to earn my spot, and I'm not going to quit. I'm going to do everything I can until I get what I deserve, until I earn that spot. That is what athletes and competitive greatness is all about. We are here in a sport to compete. We're not just competing against the opposing team. We're competing against our own team. Because at the end of the day, iron sharpens iron. So the more that you push your teammates to become their best, either you're going to surpass them or they're going to rise to that occasion. And either way, the team is going to be better, going to be lifted higher, and just everybody is going to become better because of competition and because of your willingness to work and to drive and to get better. So, as athletes, remember, always compete. Don't quit, and if you don't quit, you're going to win.